Thank you very much for joining us. Welcome to Unboxed. Unboxed is brought to you by UN Women, Men and Boys, and everybody else. Everybody. Hello,
guys.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Hi. Tepi, someone like Tepi or Mamsi?
Hey.
Hello, what's Gigi, guys?
I know government to hire.
Hey, it's winter season, guys.
Okay.
Keep up with the winter season, guys.
October.
November.
Alright, I didn't get the memo. Anyway, next time Nice. So, guys, today we're talking entrepreneurship. It's a space that a lot of men dominate, as usual, and we want to hear from a woman who has done very well for herself in the business world and find out how easy is it for women to be able to take up that space.
Sure.
Geri Tsireletu.
So here.
Sohia.
SOHEA. So here.
I gotta see Italian. Sohia. For the silent. Sohia. Okay. Nice. Maybe introduce yourself.
Okay. So here, Geli Tsireletu. I come from Mahalape. I'm a mother to 2 sons. I'm an entrepreneur, a former teacher, and I also do stuff for the game. But what
consultant, volunteer.
I volunteer for Mahalape to youth, teaching them about entrepreneurship and stuff.
So we've got the right person.
Yes.
The right person. And these young ladies, what
Oh, nice.
Hey, I hope they will have brilliant ideas on what they want to do. You know, I know on their own spaces they're already trying something. Maybe introduce yourselves so that Gelile and I appreciate who you guys are. Tsepi.
Guys, hi, Geli.
Hi, Tepi.
Hi, Sophia. Hey, okay, my name is Tepi Old. I'm a producer. In terms of film. I'm in the film space. That's all. Yeah.
I was wondering whether you produce juice or...
No, yes, exactly, because there's music producing and there's film and there's also just other productions that you do. But anyway,
so you specialize on film?
Yeah, so I'm an entrepreneur. I own a production company basically.
Awesome, fantastic.
Yeah. Okay, my name is Mamsi. I'm an economist by profession, but I'm also a poet, specializing mostly in corporate communications. But I also have a project called creative.org, which looks to combine both creativity and social impact work. Yeah, sort of to gel the two.
Agenda activist. No, nice. So there are my co-hosts. They help me with the show, and we're trying to really put out women that are doing great things out there. So that even my business, business. So I'm similar. Teaching. Was teaching a calling, or you just happened to get a certain number of grades? You were like teaching her.
Yeah, she still teaches us.
Hi, Ruta. The conversation. Sorry, Ruta. Hey, what's up?
Well, I assume it's a calling.
It's a calling.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because, like I said, I still teach young ones about entrepreneurship.
Nice.
I actually have a collaboration in the Ministry of Youth, especially the Mahalape
branch.
Yes.
Okay.
They usually give me the grant. The workshop, or then we try to rehabilitate, if I can say that loosely. For example, I've invited Boremuni of Trans to to come and help me with that. I invited the business people of Mahalape to come and help me. So it's something. Teaching is a calling.
So teaching is a calling. You continue to do it even non-formal now on a daily. Amazing. You've got 2 boys. How old?
The other one is turning 30 on the 7th.
3, 1, 3 or 3, 0?
3, 0.
What? That's amazing.
I get that. The other one has turned 27 in June.
So both of them are older than me still.
Yes, they can marry.
Earlier on, we were asking about that.
We hear you, but
and handsome. Very handsome.
Who says everyone is handsome? I just want to point this out.
Everybody is
Who says everyone is handsome?
I see through the eyes of God.
yes, power.
Yes.
Or maybe.
Maybe that influence is also that has an effect. So now let's look at this entrepreneurship in Botswana. Do you think women are taking up that space? Yeah, business. What is your take?
They are, but they are categories they know hadina baside.
Okay.
And then they flood you and give baside. Hagitora ke what's haba challenge. Can I indoctrination here na yona or certain things with certain things with baside.
Socialization. But most of the money is for construction. I stand to be corrected. Quite not eating the construction, mining, tendering,
Manufacturing.
maybe we are not.
Yes, I want to correct you.
Yes, correct us.
I do them. I do construction, but I don't do tenders.
Okay.
Yes, I do construction for individuals.
Well, okay, are similar. Why not tender?
Tendering is like gambling.
Oh, okay.
You put in your proposal or whatever with many other people. How sure what that one is.
I can never listen to me now over here saying
I was getting there. Even the West. When they say they make you polite. Hey, how about like I remember one procurement officer once told me, I guess more like the tender but not in the before I got into the construction.
Maybe the viewer sites in what Gelly met relate the former minister. I get retired now. She's a very close person to me. I like the work that she did at GBV and stuff like that when she was still in the ministry. But anyway, we can continue. Emma, so what about Bonarina? But
I was a teacher. Then I began to hela job. Then I started tendering. I want to play or having one meeting. Right, work by Baba Shamu. I've been warned against you. At the teaching or leader or tender. Oh, to get gambling. This time around is not a fair game. Why would they be alerted? If we just put in there like
It's supposed to be fair play for everyone.
So
you then gave up on it and just said, it's not going to work.
Yeah, I not really gave up, but I decided to find other means. They don't want to
Okay, so but the ordinary woman goes in Shambi. Is it something that you can encourage or motivate them to do in their own spaces more?
I want us to do away with tendering. I want us to say entrepreneur.
Nice,
yeah.
Nice.
Because like I said, tendering is a gamble.
Yeah.
Rotary is a government, 100. But if you decide for a business, I want to be an entrepreneur, you must be ready to put a lot into that.
What goes into that? What lot? Is it time, obviously?
Yes. Time, money, of course. It can either be your own money or grant or from the bank. I can't have money normality. Business. But how is your business again? How is you are supposed to put the effort they give and you have the money. How is it? You have to use the time. You have to use your mind. You have to read. You have to, get mentorship and stuff like that.
You had said.
Business.
You had said earlier how there's industries where basadi ba tabukhelang and then there's some where there's still very few numbers of basadi and none at all. Which ones are those, and what would you sort of say to someone who wants to know about that? Where can we access such information? Is there any, like, what's available to know? Where's the knowledge on all of this?
I can say,
No. Yeah, I was actually going to ask that. What kind of businesses are you?
And what makes me I do construction. Construction, I used to do your near tendering, and then we change lewa.
So
to demolo, paving,
Any malls
to
you
do
know of that you've done so far?
Yes, I've done a mall in Mahalata.
Oh.
Yes. If you want me in time, I'll show you the pictures.
Yeah, send those pictures for your houses with
This garage, your defense
only the CEO, or you sometimes get dirty and do the work. And do you employ women also?
Most of the time I get dirty.
Nice.
More construction. I wanted to employ women.
Hey.
But but they one, two, more industry in construction. Where they have a wood. Yeah, how
all over though. That's my life. Come on, office.
How I
that was to stop. This is what I am
construction site.
Most of the time, usually at the end I get who clean. That's when I get a
But I'm sorry for taking us back.
You are always sorry.
But why did you leave teaching?
Okay.
Yeah.
I loved teaching with all my heart.
Yes.
I taught for 15 years.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
So more le tshwenyonyana lona le mohuta o neo la to do le gore ke ngwana ga mang mme gape gape go na le tse dingwe tse di sexually that ha o wa go ipuela go ba batona le bona o ithela mo nnong mo go go le ena ba re ke go kile re mo go ka ya re go paneteng ga tle re bua. So there was no way to run for me.
Yeah.
I didn't even tell anyone. I just wrote a letter to Jake. Because the blood pressure, I'm a health freak or but that time and I knew what you could say and I had to remove myself out of that. The company registration highly safe. I said we are taking our money as sponsorship. One of the chase the benefits more than
the severance
but I said to myself, I'm going to push however I want. And then I said, I'll start catering. Like certain things, the pizza hela, take care of the wapa momidiro. Me, I'm catering, you do, yeah. I got to my mom's straight thing, we get to learn play the 10 digits.
Women empowerment. Let's say somebody go serious.
I said to myself, hey, I never thought about the more has one. Like it's a more government, my get to run a workshop. What you go in, go to office, and go keep a party over the Lord gap. But no, not this profile company. I can't like profile all time. Then one of us said bad to send. Hold on, no more than I have to kill it to no answer. I kill it to profile again. Company registration again. Company. We papa take a young. How will I do?
That is a joke.
My first job was brigade my first catering. I get another hey, you live another graduate the next week into the Batamut. Mind you, I love the little about I want to repeat. I can't tell you what I got. I'm really at the trend and something.
So I want mentorship.
Yes. My do let's open with so it was similar catering, we get a tendering we pencil the book. I'm registered the company. I get so here holdings hands to the toilet. Can I not go when I did that? You and I tend to get the Namune in Yam, you want to go home to the brigade to go. I can make it to teaching or again.
Remember the
After 3 days,
I didn't have an idea.
you need to
I don't like it. Mamma, what happened at an I can't tell you what business is.
Yeah.
Carita, you keep telling me. Someone I thought this was good. I like this going to be my dear Carata the moment I accept a little. Hey, and me, I tell her again now. Get about our gas for your holdings. Every what time about business in there.
up and down.
My dear, I really.
I got a smaller session.
Stress isn't it? It's about to move to get a whole something in the Bahama. I'm not about what do I let it in a hotel? You are at home. That's when I decided to hold me. I mentioned to you and I said, I didn't to go my I also ran a guest house. Like he developed a holiday innocent. So I ran a guest house from Mahalape, Flower Town.
It's really a man, but buy you to buy Mahalape
guest house.
Pure milk.
Eco Flower Town. Very affordable, very clean. The party that was
It's very
so that's the other business.
Accommodation and tourism.
Yes. I wish to expand it someday. Something to tell you. Can I give you a movie to them?
True.
Yeah. True. And then the other one that I'm doing is visual and I will play client.
Yes.
I ran a laundromat from my house. Every space counts from my garage. I ran a laundromat. ebile pure mark laundry services.
So ka tsone ya tla go tsa setse re ke equipment
Equipment teng. Tota le equipment teng. Ne ke reketse ke re ke ya ko guest house. Then COVID hit.
But the pure mark what?
Pure mark guest house and pure mark laundry services.
Do you have pages?
Yes, yes.
So you do the deliveries for the laundry services?
I do the or I can pick and drop for you.
So don't people sometimes say, "What I want to have material to eat laundry, I have material."
Hey, Lama.
Yeah.
Ke kopana le batho to ke go rata mo maso ha o thabiswe ke dithongo tsa wa shino le ngwana materials. And I'm like, this is business.
Yeah.
it's money.
I can sit by the road and sell fat cakes if it brings me money. Hey.
I don't know what being given to why you think.
Hey.
So you can continue. Libo ba bona go washing. Mo la ka di atlaela go I know ka go reka washing machine later. Because imagine there's a lot of women that are busy nowadays. CEO that don't have time for their so I think that is a space that people can be able to go into. So from laundry, where?
I get around here the guest house, laundry,
Construction.
construction. Like in construction, no matter what it's going to change in country. Kidrean, how will he come in le ba bereki ba go get him on tonight. Gore ba refer. How time I get out time I do the gap. But the younger than motors mamma no
So now it's good track record.
Go tswa mo go ena gore a dirisa kana hela o ntsa ke go simolola from scratch ka gore re dira plan mmogo ka go costela plan eo gore ga tekeng foundation ya go costa bokae wall ya go costa bokae se sa go costa bokae ke go breakela down ya go bo go tswa mo go ena gore wa re ke ya ge ya ga ile gore wa re nya foundation ke eme pele kana gore dira bonela hela ke bula ka key. That's how I do it.
So I wanted to ask if we could go back. You mentioned the fact that it was a woman who helped you when you started.
Yes.
As an entrepreneur, do you find it that women are more helpful in the business space than men?
I get to compare, but now that you are asking,
Yes.
both of them have been helpful in their own ways.
Yeah.
More construction, but never band. I go to them for mentorship. I didn't even know where hardware. I'm going around that hardware. I go to the most power. I told me, Laura, around that hardware guy. It's all.
How many those context to be an entrepreneurship?
Yeah.
I think it's not a gender issue. It's a person issue or what type of person is there.
Yes.
Because we tell them hostile and regardless what I can but you can also find a helpful person.
Yeah, but basically what I'm asking, I mean in the offices whereby, as you're an entrepreneur, you would have times whereby the cash flow is not cash flowing and you need to do a few things and places where they can assist you, right? In terms of like funding and all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So far, I guess you could pay funding.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Wow.
Except from Jimanzo.
Yeah, the man was the first one. You remember the first one?
Shout out to Jimanzo.
Yeah.
Shout out, mommy. But only that.
Yeah.
But not okay. I guess it's like only that. She's always there. But I have two brothers also. So,
Wow. Yeah.
Because they believe in I get to go like that or give or give and I get to our details and come to his careers.
Now, what I'm going to
Happiness.
we need to
That's
celebrate those men.
Yes.
because-
Shout out to the men.
Shout out.
Yes.
All men that are doing positive things
Yes.
out there,
Yeah.
supporting home men.
Yeah.
I want to ask though, you've had solid support even when transitioning from teaching to being an entrepreneur. You were lucky enough to have great support systems, your friends, your family. What avenues would you say a woman who isn't as lucky should maybe try venture into? What avenues are present for women who maybe aren't as lucky in terms of support and in entrepreneurship?
I think I'm working about the time. It's not like I
not
was.
as easy.
It's not
It's
it's
not
not like you can only support. Let no can me my do. When I start talking, what can was so grand. It took her time for Antarohan. Now I would do it promote you, but I slowly took her. As long as I support my brothers didn't understand until, like I said, you have to put a lot into this. You have to make people believe in you. Was all grand. If you buy, kapali cheki ujomola pe. Mo ba di kona ke a di mo ke ka tsha. Wa bona no le thata ya. I guess I don't know to this stage where I make it feel. I even took myself to Sabrina depressed. Because no was not my dear and the how quiet I think at that point, to a point where what rent ban support? Maybe I ban support that guy can support this. You who got to go to talented with me and every day.
You know, one thing we don't talk about is that, like, as entrepreneurs, basically men or women, when you start, it's difficult. And there's this thing of parents being like, why don't you just go to work?
Yes.
Why don't you? Because it's difficult when you start. Even when you're going, it's still difficult. You can spend years, but there's something called cash flow, which is a problem. But we don't talk about it much. We always just glamorize the business. And
how to sensitive again now? How about the
It motivates you to make sure you push.
Yes.
I don't know about this until we did that workshop, now my family just thought I'm playing.
They didn't understand.
So you're very right. You should be firm with what you want to do and show them what is sexy.
Yes.
yeah.
But never give up. You know,
It takes time, but it takes a come around. Yeah.
But now relationship, did that also affect your relationships? Or there was somebody who was there who was also pivotal and supportive? Hey.
Unatswa mo go nna a bona ba ke se mata ke tla tiro bona hampi ona jana ke le ka mo nna ke na le fishi a be a mpu aga nya o pe ka batho go bua
He needed to stick with you when it was hard so that you get together.
Yeah.
So maybe in conclusion, that young girl, especially nowadays, because when they're slaying, and then they think that they can make money overnight. So, Larry, what do you say to the young girls to say, business is here? What would it take for them to be part of that?
Somehow I blame us. Remember that we were the 70s and 80s. We make it seem easy. From standard 1 to university, so we see social media. Ubana bone bo mamang bao ba yang bo Dubai aba ko ha thakanya le ma hore but again na ha itoro tsenya for the guy my dad is always wearing the shorts we get hi sorry you are not so na kara ngwana mustana bogolo ya ngwana mustana gone yana gore when it comes to entrepreneurship ke gore put 120% because expectation in most society from society ke gore ada soro ni bo ke monna
Not true.
ya no ha le mosadi ya ka nna yo da mpu ya ntse ya a le so ntshara ka le boko o tsenya 120% and I would encourage banana gore ha go diro ha go tswe manane we hela gore ka o tsaya manane educate yourself about
what you're getting yourself into.
Yes. It would find mentorship from Borelungayana, Bonayana, Bahobolele, their ups and downs. And then, can I have the business plan?
So the profile.
Yeah.
Need the business if you didn't set the direction.
People think the good guys, how people who think get on with the times.
Well, like a business plan. How you implement and then you get the money. Can you support and have it to zero? How is all you have to struggle, push? Because you didn't work hard for that money. I can give you a nice getting grant. So tell them what you working and like it's already married. Then I give a dance ahead.
And then budget, maybe budget, the drinks. Pressure is all about. Get some again.
I had kids and I like a daily hand.
It's like a one or more.
Here I kiss it.
It do not to me.
Here I kiss it.
It's like I advertise. You are ready to that.
Here I kiss
it. This thing I would like a business plan or like a company, you see, what I want to make money, you see my passion. Don't work. You have to have passion and flair for what you do. It's what you do should motivate you. You shouldn't be motivated to do what you do.
But also, I think discipline is a great thing because passion can only take you so far. Because nothing is motivating you. The money isn't coming in, people aren't recognizing you. But if you're disciplined, I think that is a bigger driver.
Especially,
and also, yes.
More budgeting, especially on how you spend your money. Like she said, the first time her experience was money was coming in and she was thinking it's my money.
Yes.
I do it.
So making sure that money is budgeted, making sure that you get a salary at least, and then being able to budget the money properly.
Whether it's entertainment or what, do it with a purpose.
Yeah.
Which is what you guy. Can like a couple of little man. Gabuga in the boy. But one of the how ya hair for the entertainment thing. We mix a little tool.
Sure.
For example, Nike, I get a little man at the Zenzela.
Nashville, yeah?
Yes.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
Right? Re kopana hela re tsa di khanke mo tsa gore ka o sala o tsena mo business o le bonyenyane I think this year we are about 20 years in the industry.
Ke na as now manager viva go tsenang.
No, pero Mr.
Okay, Janu, so we became friends and we were Magunto, I said, Robert, to or a kitchen food next day. Tell her, it will be one of the things that you can publicize.
Sure.
Did you win?
Of course!
You look amazing. You look amazing.
You know, ke go tswa ke ba sa go bana sa tlhaloganya ke bo ke na le bona weekend.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Those negative comments that you had as you're like coming up in terms of entrepreneurship, how did you manage with your feelings? How did you get through it?
There were days more than I very, very down. Why came on if I was somebody else's child, maybe I would be getting this. But because of the drive that I had, I pushed myself. Like I said earlier,
True. And a lot of people that's how I think it's also
psychiatric clinic. Ba go tshila tlhaloganya ke tsena go be ke a go lela ke lela go seno njaja mo go dileme ba ntshitila ba nkene so batho ba tsa gore o tsone negative comments tseo wana ga mamang ha o tshwane le mmago wena o rile ke inyatsa le nna ke bana gore my mom ke mo
ba go botsa ke mo se kwa
ke le kwa ke ba ba tsena go o ba nakana lona kana le bana ba system go ra go ya selido tsa go tsama sente wa soni ba ka ra wa soni ya le se ba ba dilo tse di being affected
Let's have our parting words.
I want to say that you raised a very important point about mentorship. But if you don't know, it's okay to look for help and ask for help and to reach out to people who know, and that you've availed yourself as someone who can be reached out to for mentorship, as well as Des. I know he's very keen on things of mentorship. So I just want to say to anyone else with dreams and aspirations, if you don't know where to start, we have two very willing people here who I think are reachable by means of social media and so forth. So thank you so much for sharing your story with us today.
Thank you very much. My number is out there on social media.
Oh,
can I just page you are Pure Maglonde Services. Number is 74657363.
7465
7363.
Okay. Seppi, parting words?
Thank you for the inspiration. It was lovely meeting you.
Thank you for being lovely.
I love your energy today. So, women, men, boys, girls, you had, whenever you are interested in business, it takes one step, do something. Don't give up, focus. It's not going to be easy, but put your mind to it and you should be unboxed and we will see a new you. So that's it for our another episode of Unboxed. See you next time. Thank you very much, mate.
Thank you, Des.
Thank you.